Hello and welcome. In this video I want to show you how to edit this photo, or this one, that I have taken with the Qoocam 3 Ultra, and how to create a tiny planet with the Qoocam Studio. Let's go! I have taken this photo with a 3-meter long pole, so I have to use a single photo, a single GNG. Everything else was too shaky, like HDR or something. It was not possible. The only thing that I adjusted was the exposure value. I put it to minus 0.3, as you can see here. Everything else was on auto. This is the photo without any editing. Let's go. First, what I do is choose auto. I think it's a good starting point, even if I have to adjust the settings because the black areas of the circular image are not very helpful for the automatic mode. You can use Qoocam Studio and first stitch your image to DNG and then edit it in Lightroom. But I prefer the other way simply because I have all my photos in Lightroom. I go through them, delete the bad one, select the best one, and then starting to edit and go at the end to Qoocam Studio to stitch it. So first I press Alt and go with the blacks down till I see some blacks coming up. Then I check what it has been. In this case, it's the part of the building here. It's dark and that should be fine. After that, I press Alt and go with the whites up till I can see something. But this photo is already way too bright. And as I seen, the automatic mode put the exposure to 0.8 plus. That's too much. I put it to 0 because the sky is burnt out. Between such buildings, you often are in the shadow. And this was like a summer day, so it was bright sunshine. And I was down here between the buildings and the shadows. So to get all the shadows, yeah, you have to deal with that. You lose your shadows or you lose the highlights. In this case, I lose some highlights. Let's check again the blacks. That would be fine. And this is for the whites, I think. Here we can go down with the highlights. That looks good. And for the shadows, we can go a little bit up. That's fine. Color temperature. I have here some nearly white walls. I think this should work, but didn't change, and I think it looks good. Here we have some white. This container, it has been white. This is a nice blue. I think that looks fine. I will leave it. What else? We have contrast. I think that's good enough, the contrast. And we have here some texture. We can go a little bit up. We have here a 96 megapixel photo, so at the end it will be a bit smaller. We create a tiny planet of it, so we can go with the texture up. Also the clarity, I like to put it a little bit to the plus to get more details up. And the haze. So what happens if the haze with increased shadows will get a little bit too dark, but the highlights, so here we lost that definitely. We cannot recover anything. I will leave it to a small number, 5. Fine, that's more like a feeling, always checking how the pictures looks, but I think it's fine enough. Okay, what else? Definitely we have to look at the chromatic aberration. So chromatic aberration, they can be handled in Qoocam Studio 2. And usually it works if it's not too heavy. I personally like to reduce a big portion of it in Lightroom, but not perfect. It has not to be perfect, but the main part. And then the rest will be done in Qoocam Studio automatically. I have found out that this works for me the best, so I will do it right now. Also, Profile, remove chromatic aberration. Then I go to Manual, choose the fringe color selector and choose one of the bad. So that's Now everything is gone. But you have to check if there's some color bleeding or some colors get lost. So with the press of the eye, as you see, let's check this construction vehicles here. We have lost a lot of red. So if I go back, pressing the eye, you see that has been before chromatic operation, and that's now. So that's definitely too much. We have now two possibilities. We can reduce the amount of the chromatic operation removal. That's, I think, usually what I also do. And we can check the slider here. Also here, I see just this color get also lost. So if we reduce this, you see red coming back. That looks fine. Then we can also reduce the amount of the chromatic operation. And if we go with this slider up, we got this color back. We can check the building. Still some chromatic operation here, but not as bad as before. We can check without. Oh, you see, check the building. There you have, but this looks nearly perfect. A bit is still there, but this has been before, and that's now. I'm happy with this result. As I said, we will let Qoocam Studio do the rest. Okay. Details. Sharpening. Let's select a nice place for sharpening. I like something with sky and also with black areas. Let's see this one. Now I press again the Alt key. Alt key is your friend in Lightroom. And masking. And now I move the slider to the right till the sky gets dark, because everything that's white will be sharpened and everything that's dark will be not sharpened. And I don't need any sharpening in the sky. I only need like in the buildings and also not, as you can see, in the middle, but like the corner, the sharp edges should be sharpened. Even if the structure could be a little bit improved, but for example, the window, if we check, there should be like nearly black because we don't need anything there. Okay, that should be fine. We can now use the denoise function or manual noise removing. The denoise is an AI tool. It works very well. What I will do is move the luminance slider a bit to the left, to the right. Sorry. Get a little bit of this denoise done, and then use the denoise button. Let's see what Lightroom Magic can do for us. Okay, there we have an amount of 56. That's definitely too much. I don't like that heavy. Usually then you lose some details. So, I don't know. Okay, there. As you see, but we still got also some details. Okay, wait, go down, back. Let's check this area. That's nothing that we can see. Oh, that gets smooth as... But also it's starting to get like strange effects like you see here. So usually I use a smaller number. Only if I have heavy noise I will go up. Let's see with 20. Okay. Let's choose another point. Maybe here the telephone number. Before, after. Okay. Without. I think this helps. I will go with this. Let's do the Lightroom Magic. Now we get a second file with a noise reduction. So, as you can see in the file name, we got the new file. Okay. What else? Let me check the vibrance. Can we improve? I think a little bit more would be nice. And the saturation, that should be fine. Okay, now we can export the photo. I have created some presets for exporting. I think that's something very nice. So, because a normal photo can be exported with removing metadata and so on, but not stitch photo need all the metadata, they shouldn't be changed in the size and so on. So that's my preset for that. Let's go to Qoocam Studio and load this file. It will be stitched immediately. As you can see, it's not perfect in the orientation. So with the grid, it's sometimes easier to adjust everything. And what I like to do, I will choose this kind of view and look around. If everything looks fine or still I need to adjust the horizon. I think the horizon got lost because of the noise reduction on the new file. Okay, we have deprinch on. Let's check for stitching issues, but where was the stitching line? No stitching line. I'll turn it off. Yeah, as you can see here, that is the stitching part. If we turn on dynamic stitching, that looks fine. And on the other side, the bike, it looks also fine. No, this is the best option. Okay, then let's export. Export. Where is our photo? Okay. Let's check it out in 360. So, no stitching issues in this direction. No stitching issues in this direction too. That's perfect. We have here a lot of details. Okay, I cannot zoom in, but you can read this one. It's far away, as you can see how big the people are in the distance. And I think we can also read this number, maybe not with this viewer, but let me check if we, where it's directly in the seam line. 06195673779. That's very good. That's the high resolution. That's the benefit of that. So what with the chromatic operation? There, I think Qoocam Studio has done a good job. Also nothing here in the leaves, or nearly near the building. At least in this kind of view I don't see anything. So this would look as a Tinyplanet also very good. Can also choose. So we can go back to Qoocam Studio, go to Adjustment, click on the panorama and choose Reframe, and then choose our Tinyplanet button. And I want to have it as 1 by 1 as a square. Zoom out, zoom in. With the buildings left and right, I think there will be inverted, looks better. And now you have a lot of options. You can do something like that, but also it should be fine if you're doing like this. And maybe zoom in and turn it around, I think. because the construction otherwise are too distracting in the front. So you have an empty area where you come in, you have the buildings that leads the view in the middle, and the construction is nothing that distracts you. So that can be now saved in the same way. I would usually put the resolution always to the highest, and yes. Okay, let's check the results. Or the result. Yes. The only thing that I don't like is the bright sky. I would love if I have more details here in this bright area, some clouds or even blue. That would be nice. But everything here in the dark looks great. That's really nice. And the difference has been really big between the bright and the dark area. Yeah. I hope you like it, this video. If I should edit more photos or something special, please let me know. I'm open to any suggestions. And yes, I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!